Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is Deltray. We are back with some more randomized Fire Emblem 8, the Sacred Stones, and today we have gone back in time. Yes, a time when Marissa was ass and when Moulder was all that really mattered in my life. Here we are, right at the route split. We're gonna go down Moulder's route this time. I almost said Erica's route, but this is no Erica right here. This is a good unit. I don't care what anyone wants to say. And I was dead wrong. I thought Moulder got super jacked on chapter 15, but no, he was actually just amazing all along. I guess I misremembered how good this guy was, but look at these stats. Level 11, my ass, dude. What a good unit. It's gonna be a little bit of a shocker to go back this far, I think, especially considering that people like Inez, he's not really coming to his own. Cyrene is still great, but not quite the same. And Marissa, as always, hot garbage. Complete garbo. I can't wait to do that again. But at the very least, we have a little bit of foresight this time. Maybe we can raise up Fado. Maybe we can not train Ross, who ended up being complete garbage. So who knows? This could be interesting. Maybe Tana even gets a little bit better this time. I was a little bit disappointed with her in the last one. She needs strength like nothing else. But we're going to go on to Erica's chapter 9 today. I already have all my items and crap set up. We should be good to go, more or less. The good news about this is the fact that we'll get Gilliam right at the start of the map, so maybe he can even be a little bit better on this route. Although, to be fair, he was putting in so much work over with Ephraim. Or Colm, I guess, right? Now. Oh, you didn't get out. What are you doing here? Man, what was I thinking? Bringing Amelia, he says. What a noob. Alright, I think we are just about ready to go. First things first, we got these stat boosters. This angelic robe. Yeah, Cyrene this time. I think we've seen how useful that would be. Cyrene for sure, dude. Number one regret right there. Wasting that on Colm. Can you even believe it? Now let's take a look at whatever the boss is going to be. And he is an Archmogul. Binks the Archmogul. Okay, buddy. You know what's weird? We don't actually have any Mogul characters. And I don't think any bosses besides this one have been randomized into a Mogul, which is a little bit disappointing, honestly. Although I guess depending on how you look at it, that could be good. I hate Moguls, dude. After replaying the Phantom Ship and this randomized one, that's definitely renewed my hatred for them in Fire Emblem 8. And don't even get me started on Echoes, dude. God forbid Tearing Saga. Oh, just to hell with Moguls. To hell with Moguls. So I'm gonna enjoy taking him out for sure. Is there anything else I need to do? I actually feel kind of prepared for once, so I don't think that there is. Let's just double check real quick. No, I think that's good. Amelia's on the bench where she belongs, and from there, we are good. So, the problem with this map is this pirate right here, and these pirates are going to raid the villages. Now that's a given, right? But the thing of it is, you actually do get an angelic robe for saving both the villages on this map. One problem, that being this guy right here, who is completely whacked. Look at these stats. My guys are not nearly strong enough to stand up to this just yet, so if I'm going to get the villages, I'm going to have to go through this guy. And I need to do that sooner rather than later if I'm going to have any chance at saving them. Like, this guy, even in the normal game, he's kind of a prick, because he's really fast, actually. If you're not using Seth, this can be a little bit of a trick, not going to lie. I overall think this is a pretty good map, though, honestly. Again, a little bit tricky to get all the items, and as you might imagine, using Seth or not using Seth makes a huge difference. But still, there's plenty of objectives for your characters to complete in order to beat this map to the fullest. You know, it's not just a route, there's more stuff to it than that. And, you know, I can appreciate that, I certainly can, but it's going to be tricky in this instance to get all the rewards, I would say. Another thing that kind of flows well with this map, I guess, despite being a round map, is that all the reinforcements appear in a really natural way. Like, I don't find myself going out of the way. Of course he gets a good level up. It never stops with you, does it, Sayla? It really doesn't. Oh, excuse me, I'm dying. It never stops with that one. He like, trying to kill me with these level ups, dude. I lost my train of thought. Right, the reinforcements. They appear in really natural areas. Like, there'll be some from up here. Amelia's little group appears from down here. And then some more reinforcements appear by the boss. But the thing with these reinforcements is they're always right in your way. Like, there's nothing that appears from over here halfway through the map. Nothing starts out over here in the sea where you'll never really go otherwise, you know, so it all just kind of works in a sense. Oh God, I'm choking to death. I'm choking, help. But hopefully that makes sense. You know, everything appears naturally. Everything appears naturally, and that's a pretty big benefit to this map. Gotta give the Iron Lance to you, and we're gonna drop Cormac behind us. Yeah, Sailor's gonna take a beating, but oh well, he'll be fine. Did you see that? He got defense. He's totally ready for this now. Before it was kind of a concern, but now no way. Okay, so here comes the first turn, and really, unfortunately, ooh, nice one, Sailor. That doesn't matter at all. Unfortunately, I think what's gonna need to happen is that I'm going to need to connect a few semi-sketchy shots onto the sniper. Just by virtue of his incredibly high stats, you know, it's like, what can I really do? I don't have the option to wait him out here, unfortunately. Because that pirate is just much too fast. I think he gets the village on like turn 4 or something ridiculous. Doesn't matter if Marissa gets hit here. If anything, she has good defense. So like, there's always that. Hit points, speed, wow. Who would have thought? Could I just, for once, have a fast Marissa? Just please? Just let me have it on this side, at least. It's definitely a far cry from the Marissa I've been using, though, for sure. She's been the carry, but here she's still training. And see, that's what I'm afraid of. With that critical boost of his, there's almost nothing I can do other than not get 10% crit. It is a low chance, because this is, in theory, should be the only time he ever attacks me, but still. Nothing I can do about that, sadly. I don't even think I mentioned this, but the reason I'm moving these characters like this is specifically to draw that sniper on the first turn. I assume that most people probably picked that up, but I think it's worth pointing out anyways. Just because it gives me another chance to say how good Shove is as an ability, because it gives you that extra point of movement. I do believe that with Seth, you could just make it there all by himself so he doesn't need any help. Correct me if I'm wrong, but here where I don't have that luxury of just throwing Seth at all my problems, it is rather nice. Again, there are going to be... Come on, dude! Come on, dude! Not like this. Finally! Finally, we survived the round. Okay. So that gives us a chance, and I mean the chance, nothing more, to actually pull this off. I do want to try to have fun. I'll get this guy. Well, I have options. I have backup plans for that. So that's fine. Kind of. Kind of fine. Certainly not ideal. So, because of the way we moved, I can actually heal up Cyrene right here, which was just according to plan. This is exactly what we need. Now, the thing is, as much as I would love to use Marissa here, she in reality has to book it. She has to. She can't stay around. That village goes down on turn 4 or something crazy like that, so very, very early into the battle. There's absolutely nothing I can do, no way I can sit around. She has to go, now. She cannot take the pirate out, of course, so she has to basically visit the village in order to protect it. There's no alternative. Now, here's what sucks. I do not see a better way of taking this guy out other than the Sailor. And as you can see, his hit rates are shaky at best, but this is the best way we have, unfortunately. We connect! Yes, Sailor! In reality, I would have much rather given that to Cyrene, of course, but there's simply no way. There's not time. And that's the big thing. That's where the increase in growth rates are incredibly noticeable. Because ordinarily, you might not be so pressed, or taking out... Gosh, I'm sorry. What I should say is taking out the sniper isn't half as big of a deal, because you have much better units that are way more capable of going toe-to-toe with him. But here, taking him out in one round is still just as important as it is in the normal game. Of course, it's just much more difficult. It's much more difficult. Now, do you think that the better hit rates are... I'll bet Ines and then Vanessa can take that guy out. I do want to level up Vanessa as soon as possible. So what I'm going to try to do is we can go at this guy with Gilliam. Big Gil here. Putting in work right off the bat this time. He starts in such a better spot here on this round, I must say. Now, I don't risk getting crit, so I'm going to use Ines, and I'm going to give this to Vanessa. Because I want her to be level 10 as soon as possible. So let's get it going. And this also leaves Hana pretty healthy, which is nice. Vanessa gets a kill. All right, all right. I really think she's good. I genuinely think she's one of my best units. which is really weird, but it just kind of turned out that way, huh? Now, I should be able to use Marissa here with the Iron Lance pretty safely. I do believe that that pirate should go after not Ross. Oh, well, I didn't need that dodge. Even if he went after Ross, I think it would be fine. He would survive. It's just a matter of Cormac being in his range. So I just assume that he's going to go after Cormac, which is kind of what I want, but actually Ross is the only one in his range. It didn't matter. He would survive regardless. He could take this. He could take two of them. He could have taken another one, in fact, and he would have been just fine. Strength, skill, speed. Could it be that Ross wants to try on this side? I guess we're going to find out real soon. I don't think it's going to make a difference. He's going to be benched regardless. The only thing that it might make me do is early promote him, and even then I could just early promote Moulder for that matter. That was something I had considered. It would definitely be easier. How much you want to bet Marissa gets doubled? Yeah. God damn you, Marissa. Hit points, speed, luck at least. She got speed, so there you go. That's exactly what she needed, for sure. And yes, we still have the hatchet on, which is exactly what we wanted, so we're doing really well here. We're doing really well here. I do like that this chapter pushes you right out of the gate to get moving. Oh, that dodge definitely mattered. What? Wait. I shouldn't have had Ross attack. Yeah, that's what you're telling me, right? That I shouldn't have had Ross attacks. Well, that's certainly a possibility. Not like this would be the first time I got lucky or anything. Yeah, that last one was really bad with that. I'm not gonna lie. You know, the thing is, though, with me in Fire Emblem, I generally don't like 100% success. I'll be perfectly honest. I don't care for it. It's like, it's not really Fire Emblem at that point to me. I generally do like to have that chance. I'm not saying I would want it to be all the time. I'm not saying I would want it to be every map. But I do like having that chance of just everything going wrong. I know it sounds weird to say that. It really does, but it makes the game feel more rewarding to me, I guess, in a sense, because there's that layer of unpredictability to it, right? If you knew that it was going to happen at all times, you know, okay, that doesn't necessarily make for a worse game. In fact, you could even argue that that makes for a better game. But I don't know, it just feels like something is lost. At least to me. Something is lost when you just know the outcome all the time. And that's kind of... I guess that's kind of why games with lower hit rates don't necessarily bother me. Like, Fire Emblem 6, for example, doesn't really bother me all that much compared to the way it might bother some people. Because I don't mind that, like, little bit of uncertainty right off the bat. Now, of course, I do like reasonable odds. I'm not saying that everything should just be completely up to chance. But an attack like this, I would go for it every single time. Every single time. 70% do not scare me. Okay, well, maybe a little. It's also its turn, too, so there's that. So... I don't think Moulder kills this guy, right? No, Moulder never kills that guy. Well, he would if he would have doubled, but... That's a bit of a risk in and of itself, I guess. Because the way things worked out, I think my way to go here is to heal Moulder. Yeah, I'll heal Moulder. I'll even have him throw the the hatchet, rather. There's nothing really stopping me from doing that. This does, of course, mean that Ross can't really do crap on this turn, but that's okay. He got his elbow room. That's all that matters to me. Unfortunately, you can't buy med stabs yet, so it's like Cormac's kind of limited in his usefulness. If I could have brought Ross all the way back to full, I would have maybe sent him up here after this mercenary. I'm pretty sure he could have killed him, right? Yeah, he could have killed him in combination with Cyrene. It's just that this mage would eat him alive. And remember, he has 0 resistance. There is a reason we dropped him after all. Give the skill to Innes, I suppose. Yeah, I will. Or attempt to, anyways. Sayla is pretty goddamn broken, so maybe not. Yup, there it is. God, it's so weird not having him have 40% crit with an iron bow, but I guess... Speed! Yes, this guy is a monster. I say rough start, but really, he's just marginally worse than he was on Ephraim's route. Because he should take one hit, right? Oh, yeah, easily. So I'm going to throw Innes to the wall. Allow him to be attacked, no problem. Marissa's going to keep drawing some fire here, no problem. Just got to watch this guy and this guy, okay. So I guess this is the best spot for Ross. Yeah, I don't see what's stopping me from putting him there. You think Tana gets two-shot? She might. She doesn't. So in other words, I lose nothing from this. This is going to be embarrassing. Oh, I get hit. Come on, give me. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't think that really helps me. It might. It might not. Probably won't. Now, all I need from here. Really, Cyrene? Well, I guess I deserve that. Weird that he didn't go after Moulder. I know that the Thunder Mage will because he can technically kill him in one shot, which is the last thing I need. Why did I even say that? Also, this guy could have, in theory, killed Marissa. Thankfully, she's just average enough to hang on. And you can see here with this pirate. Let's go ahead and send that. Do I have anybody that can use sea swords? Thank God we didn't get crit. You can see there with that pirate, though, we just barely made it. On the very next turn, he will be destroying that village. And there is still the one to the south to consider as well. However, I do believe that Fado should be able to still swing in there, grab that, and be on his merry way. And with Innes having distracted this guy, Fado doesn't have to worry about getting chipped to death by the hand axe, which is great. 1 point of luck. Okay, well, something tells me Innes is definitely going to be better on Ephraim's route. Just the fact that he had so much magic is really unheard of. Like, seriously, his growth's only 40% after all. Now, there was some crap loading in. Was that Amelia? It might have been. The thing is, I had to basically recreate all of the events to make it not glitchy as hell, more or less. So Amelia will show up. It's not going to have her little text dialogue or anything, but she'll show up. She should still be recruitable. I guess I should be saying Tethys, right? Tethys will still show up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, I gotta send Fado hard to the south. Yeah, that works out perfectly, in fact. So I'll move him there. Use the vulnerary. It is a little bit of a shame to have the killer lance on this guy as opposed to somebody else, but in reality, I think it should be just fine. Now, I actually had, for once in my life, a little bit of foresight here. Put the guiding ring on Vanessa right now, so that this way she can promote in this map. She's even going to get her additional points of movement from this, and she can use staffs right now. She even has a staff on her. God, I'm so proud of myself for this. Not really. But this helps out a ton. I have a second healer now, and that's basically going to... I don't want to say it's going to spell the end of this, but it's going to make things considerably easier than they would have otherwise been. Wish I would have done that on Ephraim's route, not going to lie. So from here... I do think that Sayla's probably my safest way to kill that guy. It certainly seems so to me. I genuinely want to give Tana another try, but I don't know if she's going to make it or not. Let's heal back Cyrene. Yeah, we'll just heal back Cyrene. Sayla can smash this guy, more or less. And if only I had a good sword user here, because there's going to be some fighters spawning for the next few turns. And, it'd be a really good opportunity for experience on a sword user, but I just don't have any, unfortunately. I don't really see what's stopping me from just moving in with Ross. I'll even have him heal up with the vulnerary so as to save, Cyrene's very limited staff uses. Moulder can come back this way. I'm not sure what I'm doing with those, fighters. I'll be honest. I might just let them chase me after all. There's nothing really stopping me. I don't foresee myself getting sandwiched in between two groups. I mean, really the big thing on this map is that sniper right off the bat. Now if I move Innes there, they're going to attack Innes. That's the problem, so we'll just have to leave him right there. Who am I forgetting? Ah, Marissa, that would have been bad. Yeah, let's just do all this work and then forget the village. And this is a Draco shield. She wants that anyways, so I'll just send the Steel Lance, I suppose. Now, I believe that oh, I should have moved into range of this guy. Well, well, well. Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting the glitched unit, of course, so... Ooh, that's not good. Well, we're just gonna keep playing. This is kind of what I was talking about, though. I had to recreate all of the events for the map, essentially, so that means, like, basically the instructions that tell the game how the chapter should play out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's basically the gist of it, right? So, I could be prone to a few mistakes here and there, not gonna lie. I just kind of bust these out. I don't necessarily sit down and playtest these chapters, because I mean, like, where's the suspense in that if I know where all the bosses are and everything like that? So it's certainly possible that I overlook some things. But one interesting thing that I noticed was that the skills patch by itself... Oh, shoot. That's not very good. Here's Tethys. She's still a shaman and all that. Now, I was saying the skills patch by itself actually makes changes to the maps, which I thought was kind of weird. What did I do here? This guy has a steel bow. I could not begin to tell you why. I guess that's on me. Should there... Yeah, the ocean steel guy is still there at the very least, so I didn't completely screw up. So I apologize. Like I said, I didn't really test this too thoroughly, just enough to make sure that it was working. So, yeah, my bad. Yeah, skills patch though, yeah, it actually changes some of the maps in the game. Like, it changes the enemy placement and enemy loadouts and stuff like that, which I thought was really bizarre. I don't know how to feel about that, really. Like, the changes aren't bad necessarily. Like, they certainly seem to be of the mindset of making the game more challenging, which is something that this game in particular can certainly appreciate. Don't get me wrong. But on the other hand, it's not really just vanilla FB8 with skills at that point, you know what I mean? It's like, there are other modifications that just make it kind of different, kind of fresh in a way. Again, more challenging to be sure, but not the same game, you know? Like, for example, because I have to basically remake the events, I got to look at chapter 16 on, oh my god. I'm sorry if it's really apparent that I'm, like, just kind of recovering from a little cold here. I don't know what else I can do about it, really. But I was saying, I got to see a little bit of chapter 16. And those druids that we saw in that little preview there, the ones with Tonebreaker Eclipse, they're leveled down pretty significantly. However, a lot of the other enemies on the map are actually promoted, which I thought was really interesting. I'm talking about comparing the skills patch to the original, that is. So there are definitely changes, noticeable ones at that. I don't know, I just kind of wish it was straight up Fire Emblem 8, though, with skills, you know? It's just, I guess it's a matter of preference, really. It's not really game-changing or anything, but it was just kind of strange to me. So this is where the fighters spawn. Yeah, how am I even dealing with them? If I left Ross there with the Iron Sword on the forest, he actually does decently. Could this be Ross's chance? Could this actually be Ross's chance? Because the other guy has a steel axe. He's never connecting. It may be Ross's chance. We got the other village. Okay, good. I'm just gonna let Tana get this guy. Because I like Tana, no other reason. There you go. And I really just want to see her as a berserker. Honest to God. You know, though, thinking about that skills patch, I can't help but wonder what other kind of changes they made with it, though. I know that they definitely improved enemy weaponry quite considerably, and that's something that I had noticed, because there were, like, shoot, right off chapter 4, I think it was, there was that Bone Walker who had, like, a horse slaying weapon, and that just stuck out to me, because I don't remember anything like that in Fire Emblem 8. It certainly would have been a more challenging game if they had done more things like that, but, alright, the glitch unit, help, but I just can't help but wonder how far they really took it. And you know, I think that people think that I changed the desert map, chapter 15. I think people think I changed that a lot more than I actually did. No, I basically didn't go much further than what the skills patch itself seems to do, honestly. Where I promoted like 2 guys Obviously, Bolter's unit was a little bit different because there's no druids there or anything, but there's already berserk staffs on that map. One of the troubadours has one by default. And like, there were like 3 more enemies on that map than what would have normally been there. So, that's not to say this game doesn't throw large amounts of enemies at you at times. It most certainly does. It most certainly does. Okay, truth be told, I'm kind of surprised there aren't more enemies on this map, being that it's a route map, and it kind of just feels like an all-out brawl the way it's set up. Oh yeah, look at Ross go here. Oh, this is the way right here. If he can build himself some momentum, he might be pretty decent. So this was a little bit sketchy. Marissa, see, now I'm all shook because I'm so used to Marissa being God mode. And she's not quite there yet. I can, however, recruit Tethys here. Perhaps should have had the Javelin, but I didn't want to kill Tethys, obviously. Fortunately, Moulder has improved movement compared to that of Erica, and... Jesus Christ, game. Help! That's going to make it really easy to get Amelia, is kind of what I'm getting at. That glitch has me shook. I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete this map or not. It's probably going to hang at the very end. Or, God forbid, there's an enemy that spawned off-screen. I actually think that might be what happened, truth be told. So we get Amelia over here, which is great. Tentatively, of course, because it is still Amelia. Or I guess in this case, Tethys. Who herself is not that great either. She does probably get some really nice skills eventually, but again, she has the 5% magic growth, which basically, unfortunately for her, makes her unusable despite being pretty cool in concept. Also, why is she level 5 here? See, that's another thing. Was she always level 5 in Erica's route? I don't think that she was. I don't think that she was. Like, that's not something I did. That's... Man. Well, I'm not using her regardless. That's pretty weird, though. No more fighters, no more fighters. Okay, cool. Yeah, that looks like easy kills for Ross. Really easy kills for Ross. I swear, though, that a mercenary spawns up here eventually, and that's pretty bad. I don't think he can take that 1v1. Speaking of mercenaries in 1v1, go Sayla, right? Oh, we don't make it. We don't make it. Not quite strong enough yet. No, not even with the steel bow. Well, that's a bit of a shame. What I can do instead... You think Ross can solo all these pirates as well? Hold up, I know that had nothing to do with what I was saying, but the thought just occurred to me. That could be an amazing experience for Ross. Now, since Sayla didn't crit here, I can use this to give a kill to Fado, who I definitely want to raise up on this route. Most certainly. We've seen his potential. He can be very good. He was good despite me not giving him level ups after all. So I figure with level ups he can only be better. Worst case scenario, my god, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. 30% he says, haha, more like 100. His speed is unnaturally high in both routes, and I definitely appreciate that. Worst case scenario though, I can just promote him as a level 10 Pegasus Knight or something like that, bring him to a Falcon Knight, and we've seen that they get some nice skills like rally speed, and we know that courtesy of Big Orson, who I'm eventually gonna have to take out. Not sure which route I'll be keeping now, honestly. There are definitely options. I can use Tethys here to set up a kill for Innis, so let's do that. Whoop, right there. There we go. And sit down. Yeah, I still haven't really decided which route I'm gonna stick with. You know, if I truly so choose to stick with one right off the bat, like if I know for sure I'm going with Ephraim, I could basically early promote everybody. I don't think I'll do that though. I'll just play it like I would normally play it. Now, is this a steel bow? It is in fact a steel bow, so that hurts Marissa considerably more. Oh, well that works. I can heal Marissa with Vanessa. And this is why we promoted her early, because this is just so nice. So nice. And we can even start working on it right now. If we can get her to level 10, that'll be great, because Lute's not going to be here to bail me out on this route, because she is Ducel. So, that essentially means no free inspiration. Did that count as bolting? No, it didn't. There's really no reason to heal Moulder just yet. Really no reason. I think I want to send Marissa this way. I can even use the Draco Shield on her now. That's still something I want to do, and I'll probably give her the Angelic Robe from this map. Maybe I could give it to the likes of Fado, really. He'd be the only one who's kind of on my radar right now. Right, this glitch unit, that's going to screw me. I know it. I'm going to kill the boss, and it's going to be like 1 unit remaining. If that happens, I'll just off-screen this map again, I guess. Oh, Cyrene. Perhaps having her on the front lines next to Moulder is a mistake, because despite the fact that they will do absolutely nothing to this goddess, that does mean that they are not attacking Moulder, which could have been experience on him. Yeah, I'm really tempted to just send Ross at all of these guys, honestly. I'm kind of trying to see what's stopping me here, and it's nothing's coming to mind. Nothing is coming to mind. Okay, so that guy did go for Moulder. Maybe I should have, well, I certainly should have had the hatchet or something. Stop! Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him up here. We'll test his odds. Are there Sword Reavers? Nope, no Sword Reavers. There's a Steel Bow, of course, but no Sword Reaver. So I think he's gonna be all right. Steel Axe is incredibly inaccurate with him on the forest with the Iron Sword. Yeah, that should be more than suitable. Now, if anything, I want to kill this fighter, but then there's all of these fighters as well. Here comes the Hellfire guy. He is supposed to drop that, right? I know one of the mages on this map for sure drops an Hellfire. I wasn't sure if it was one that spawned up here or one that spawned down here, so I just gave it to that guy. I could even shove somebody here. I don't know if that's really necessary. So let's try to give kills to Fado, I think. That's kind of the route I want to take with this. So that being the case, we can start with Tethys. Fado can kill this guy, in theory. Oh, that is pretty shaky. Strength on that level up would have been much appreciated. Well, I can bring back Vanessa. Vanessa can probably chip him to the point where one single attack from Fado will be enough. Yup, Chip Goddess Vanessa strikes again. See, this is what I mean. She's so good. Despite being so bad, she's so good. I don't understand. I don't think I've ever felt this way about a unit. Like, ever. And yet, here comes Vanessa to somehow prove me wrong. Ah, see, this is why we wanted the chip. That's exactly why we wanted the chip. Makes this whole process much easier. And he's getting a ton of experience even at this point. That's impressive to me. Unfortunately, the way I've done things, it does mean that I didn't end up healing, Moulder. So that's not really great, per se. Does Cyrene not kill this guy? Oh my god, Cyrene doesn't kill something. Didn't really pick a great time for that, Cyrene. You could have been average some other time, couldn't you? Well, let's say I did that. That's 9. Assuming that I did do that. Let's see, now it's later in the map. I don't want to be playing like this anymore. It's fine to do that right off the bat, but here, 5, 6, 7 turns in, I don't know. I'm a little bit sketchier. Let's say this goes wrong. Let's say this goes horribly wrong. What do I do then? Okay, we're good. Oh, and she got the Ignis! Oh, man. An Ignis that matters. That's exactly what I needed. Apologies for that. We got one that mattered, though. That's pretty cool. Moulder or Marissa? Honestly, I should stack Marissa again. That was a great strategy. Worked out for me. Yeah, I don't really see any harm in doing that again, especially considering having a unit that good is very, very useful at several different points. Of course, I was getting outrageous with her strength. She had like 23 strength there on the other file, which is just nuts to me. Absolute insanity. I almost kind of want to go Wyvern Lord with her on this route. And the thing is, I know that it's got to be worse than Wyvern Knight. I can see clearly that Wyvern Knight is objectively the better class. It gets trample and spur strength. There's really no skill set that they could have. There's really no skill set that the Wyvern Lord could have that would be better than that. Straight up. But I'm just kind of curious, you know? Damn it. Who is over there? What are you doing? Well, hopefully at the very least that means that the enemies aren't glitched out and it's just like some playable character that I somehow threw onto the map or something. I don't know. I have no idea what that could be, I'll be honest. But ideally it's not something that prevents us from beating the map. Now, you die repeatedly to Cyrene. So this is going to be a little bit of a waste of experience again, but it's probably my best way of clearing through these guys. The mages in particular are too nasty. Alright, so Cyrene just completely cleans up. She completely clowned these guys. You know, she might not double the mages, so there's that at the very least. She may end up leaving them for someone else to get the kill. Particularly Fado and or... I don't know who really. Probably Fado. Oh, she doesn't even kill this guy no matter what, so that's just great. Hopefully we do double in that case. Come on, Cyrene. Yes, Cyrene. And that'll be another level up for the king, I do believe. The king of the skies, Lord Fado. Yeah, it takes a Ragnarok to even hurt her. God, I love her resistance stat. Resistance is always one of those stats that you never really think about until you absolutely need it. And Cyrene has it in spades, so that's just great. Same with luck, really. I'm noticing that a lot of my units are just so susceptible to critical hits, especially considering the increased skills, the increased skill of the enemy. Like, skill is in the stat, you know? So, I don't know, I just... Man. Alright, with Ross, we gotta heal up. I almost wish he had another vulnerary. I know he's gonna screw me. I know he wants to do it, so maybe I should send somebody to help him. It wouldn't be a terrible idea, but... whatever. We're gonna start the party off with Fado. Come on, there we go. And that's a level up. And then some. Oh yeah, with ease, with ease. Let's see it. Hit points, strength, skill, speed, luck, res. See what up? What is wrong with this guy? Why is he so good and why did I not use him? That's just amazing. You know, worst case scenario, after Marissa finishes slaughtering these... Oh, she doesn't. Huh. Well, that's pretty awkward. I was gonna say, after she slaughters these guys... If I shove her again... Does she slaughter this guy? Same defense. No. I really want her to kill these guys, though. So what I'm going to do... Oh, I've already screwed up. He doesn't have Canto. He doesn't have Canto. Well, this should still let me kill the one anyways. I was gonna shove her down here and then she could kill this guy, which would have been better. But I forgot that Tarvos don't actually have Canto because you never get them as playable characters technically, so why would they program it, you know? Be kind of a waste of time if you think about it. Now with this... Yeah, I don't know how smart it was to leave all of these guys to Ross, so what I'm gonna do... I'm essentially gonna kite this guy forever with Tana. And then the rest can attack Ross, whatever. The first one, though, we definitely don't want to go at Ross, because I believe he has an iron. Oh, he actually has a steel, so he's probably the least threatening. In fact, they all have steels and hand axes, though. Hand axes. Yeah, I'll definitely need to send some support for Ross. Hand axes are just... I mean, they're never going to hit him, but I can't really move from that forest, unfortunately. Now, let's just charge this little area down here. We should be able to take out Binks pretty comfortably here. Damn, I already broke the fire spell again. Oh, we'll take the Axe Reaver, whatever. I think I can send it. Doesn't she have a full inventory? I wasn't thinking that hard, honestly. It's a little bit of a step down from what we've been doing. Still a pretty challenging map in its own right. The thing is, it's not so much surviving with this map. I think that just about anybody could survive this map. I mean, like, even in the normal game I'm talking, you can survive this map pretty easily. It's just a matter of those villages, man. Those villages can be absolutely brutal, make no mistake. Especially if you don't go in with a solid plan. Alright, they're gonna come for Vanessa, and or for Tana, rather. And Tana's actually gonna clean these dudes up. She's actually gonna wreck these guys, one and all. So that's pretty cool. We can even break this light spell here. Look at that. Optimization at its finest. Optimization at its finest. So sit down, Mr. Shaman. Not gonna have any of your crap today. Oh, we're getting really close to another level up. I gotta get her back to level 10, I've just realized. You know, breaking the light spell was not the move. Considering, you know, dark magic boss. Yeah, in hindsight, maybe not the best. Alright, now we run. Now we run, make no mistakes. Yeah, so if I move here, he can attack and die to Tana. I'm probably gonna have to give Ines' spell over to Cyrene at some point. Now that's an iron bow. That's an iron bow, so I can send Marissa in. Really, it's just the steel bows. Unless this guy is 2 points stronger, is he? 11 versus 12. Actually, this guy up here is the stronger one. So I'm just going to send Marissa. Do you think the javelin? No. She's so slow, dude. She is so slow. We'll send Marissa at that guy. We'll send Cyrene at these guys. Yeah, that's a safe spot. That's a safe spot. We'll get Ines closer too, because I like Ines. Let's try to get her some experience. Ape. So there you go. In theory, that one guy should go for Vanessa, just simply because he does significantly more damage. I may even send Moulder back this way, to be honest. I don't know how helpful he's going to be there with axe users and 2 range everywhere. Or excuse me, with the archers and the mercenaries, I mean. Because he's an axe user, I don't think he's going to be useful, is what I'm trying to say. Ross, again, he's just going to chill, and he can actually draw this first Iron Axe guy to him now. Worst case scenario, he has far more movement range than these guys, so he can still run away if necessary. Tana, sit down. And she's going to get a level up. Hopefully strength. Please, Tana. Please. Hit point, strength, speed, luck, defense. What a great level up. What a great level up. She officially has more strength on this route than she ever did on the other, so that's great. Did I kill Cyrene? Not like this. Is she going to double these guys because of the steel sword? Good, no. Phew. Oh, he can reach. I killed Cyrene. I didn't kill Cyrene. Why am I so bad? I thought he couldn't reach. Got a Cyrene with that Veil modifier. Every time, dude. Every time. Well, that's certainly embarrassing. And here I was, kind of proud. Well, not proud necessarily, but I was a lot happier with this one than I was with the previous. But no. Cyrene's got to pull some bullshit. Not that I'm complaining, no sir. That kind of, again, goes back to what I was talking about earlier with, I like the randomness to Fire Emblem. I genuinely don't think it would be the same experience without it. Honestly, because then you would never have moments like that where you should have lost and then the game bails you out. Or in the opposite sense, when you can practically taste victory, you know, and then just something crazy happens and you have to think on your feet. I mean, like, I don't necessarily like the kind of randomness that results in an automatic loss. That's a little bit far, for sure. Oh, he has... Yeah, he gets better as the chapter goes on. No wonder this guy has no hit rate on me. But I'm saying, I don't like randomness that results in auto loss or anything like that. But just enough to keep you on edge. Just enough to keep it interesting should things not go exactly as you expected. That's the kind of thing I like. And I also like speed on Ross. Yes. Is Ross going to be viable on this route? He very well could be. Now, this guy should have had a weapon, obviously. With Cormac here, it makes very little difference. Yeah, it really makes no difference. I think that Tana is still the smarter choice to draw this guy in. Because Moulder could be crit and Tana cannot. That is my logic, so I will be healing up Tana, throwing her next to the pirate with a hand axe, maybe even try to get her the kill. I don't know, Moulder's really, really good. Oh, he doesn't double, so there you go. There you go. So right about here. Obviously now, if this guy had a real weapon. Well, first of all, he'd already be injured because he would have attacked me. But if he had a real weapon, obviously I wouldn't use the hand axe there. I would use something more accurate to ensure the kill. Like in this instance, I will not be using the short spear. I don't need to for one, and I'm also going to use the javelin. Just for this level up, more or less. Now those two archers by Binks do not move. For sure, and there it is. That's what I expected. Please make me use a speed ring on you in 2 different routes. Please, Marissa, that's all I really want. That's all I really want, just so I can say that I had to do it. Tethys actually is pretty good here for chipping this guy yet again, so smack. Nessa can go ahead and bring back Cyrene, I do believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we'll... Yeah, that's good. That's good. Does... Oh, I do kill this guy. I do kill this guy. So what would be better would be to try to go for the killer lance. If we fail, he still survives a hit. Again, the archers do not move. So there was nothing to fear in that regard. Now, Ines can actually kill this guy. No, he cannot. Ines. Just a little bit too weak. That means that if I want to kill him, it has to be Vanessa, I guess. Because I have to... Nope, I can't kill him. I can't kill him. Ines is just too weak. So I'm going to have to use Cyrene, unfortunately. Why does she have the bolts? Right, because the fire broke as well. Damn, I've been using her a lot more in this map than I really anticipated. I thought for sure that Ishmael's fire spell would have lasted, but I guess not. I just want to make sure that I'm not getting doubled, but in fact, this may be better. This may be better for me in a sense, because the Ragnarok is going to leave these guys incredibly low. Anybody that attacks them will be able to be finished by any unit of my choosing. And that's pretty much great. I might even just let this guy attack Ines, though, truth be told. He's hurting for the experience just a little bit more. Yeah, he really is, so that might not be the end of the world. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Ross is whooping ass. Please just let this map complete, though. I'm actually very sketchy about that glitch that's been happening periodically throughout this video. I don't know what it is. I have just not had very good luck recording lately. I've been getting those black screens, which I actually do know why that happens. It's just, it's not really easily controlled. I lost footage straight up from the last one, and that one was my own fault, I can admit that. Because, like, on the desert maps, ever since I recorded the Path of Radiance playthrough, I just tended to not leave the recording on the entire time. Because taking those items can find forever, dude. And I guess I didn't start the recording again. So I ended up talking to myself for 15-20 minutes on end. Before we go back to Ephraim's Route, obviously I'll have to go over what ultimately ended up happening on that map. But essentially, Rachel can promote over there, and I also got every single item. And the only reason I even went for all the items was because I thought that I was recording, and I generally like to show that. But that's not what ended up happening, unfortunately. You know what, to hell with it. To hell with it. We're just gonna move her right here. She's going to win. I'm gonna heal her back first, in fact. Cyrene with the angelic robe seems like a really, really broken unit, doesn't she? I found myself wishing for that so frequently in Ephraim's Route, though, because if Cyrene could take just one more hit, there would have been so many times when something kind of shaky would have become totally safe, you know? We'll go for this guy. She's gonna kill him regardless. Yeah, she's gonna kill him regardless. The other one's gonna be low enough to the point that somebody else can come in and finish him off. And the steel bow does a lot of damage. I don't believe these guys move under any circumstances. However, in the off chance that I'm remembering wrong, it'd be nice to get that guy out of there before he becomes a nuisance. With Salo, we're gonna do the same thing. We are going to lower this guy, give it to Fado. He honestly might end up better than Marissa, which is pretty nuts. It's just that Marissa's been so average. So incredibly average. Here, I can just use the Iron Lance, a little bit better for me, a little bit more accurate, and it conserves on the Killer Lance, which is obviously the better weapon. Oh. Oh, that's some experience for sure. I am gonna move Gilliam. He actually didn't get that much of a chance to do things here. A little bit unfortunate. These guys 2-hit KO Tana. 20 and 20. They don't, but if he switched over to the... They don't have steel axes. Yes, some of them do. The problem is, of course, that Ross can't retaliate, and I can't afford to switch him away from the Iron Sword. Oh, actually, yeah, he can run out here now. Yeah, he can definitely do this. The quick burn is caught up. He basically has a forest of his own at all times, and that's pretty sweet. Or the slow burn, I mean. Perhaps I underrated that ability a little bit. Yeah, it's only turn 11. He's basically maxed out on that. He'd have to get really unlucky to die. Let me just put it that way. Now, I forget, was this about the point that I started feeding boss skills to Marissa, or were we still going with Cyrene at this point? She got so much more experience on Ephraim's route, dude. Perhaps Chapter 9 of Ephraim's is just a little bit more conducive to Marissa than this one ended up being. It seemed like there was more stuff for a lot of characters to do on this one, which is, you know, appreciated. Ross especially. I did not expect him to be a good unit when I started this. When I woke up today, I didn't say, gee, I can't wait for Ross to put in the work. You know? Didn't seem like that was something that would happen, yet here we are. And yet here we are! Ross putting in that work. Not gonna quite get a level up for the road, but he does get some weapon rank, which could be good. I think that's level C for swords. Again, I don't really have any very good sword users on this side, so that could be useful. What I'd like to see eventually is a mogul, though. I think we only have 2 more chances, though. So that's kind of disappointing. I hope that we do end up getting one. No, I don't see any glitch or anything. I think we might actually just be set to win here. So Ross, get it. God, he makes me want to use... I'm seriously contemplating it, guys. I'm seriously contemplating giving him the time of day this time around. I knew that 30% speed had to kick in eventually, but like, dude. He's trying to make me do the non-cannon route here. Good one, Fado, and that's going to be another level up for you, boy. My God. Man, if I started doing Erica's route now with all the knowledge of Ephraim's route, dude, it'd just be over. It would just be over. Like, look at this crab. Fado's whooping ass. He's so good. Now all we gotta do is get you out of there. Of course, all I needed to do was equip the Bright Lance, and this map ended on the spot. How valuable do I think Tome Fair is? I think it's pretty valuable, so I'm going to give this to... Oh, let's make sure Vanessa doesn't die should I fail. No, not even close. So let's give this to Cyrene. Wait, hold on. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that Vanessa could heal Marissa in the event that I somehow fail to kill this guy. Let's not see the 4%, please. Okay, we don't. The mogul crits are kind of creepy in a way. Like, their eyes, well, I say their eyes, they're all eye. But their eye turns blood red for a second. It's pretty neat. I'm glad that we haven't seen it used against me. But I'm sure that sooner or later it's gonna happen. I mean, enemies with higher skill, my unit's not having the greatest luck, it's bound to happen, so I'm sure that there was no need for me to describe it. Just healing up Cyrene here because she could in theory die to a crit. We don't want that. nobody that I can heal with Moulder. Didn't play that right. Ah, well, Cyrene, bring us home. And we can get her to Tome Fair, no problem. And goodbye. Flashy mode for the win. I see the problem. Oh, 98, really? Really? Your Highness, are you well? Yeah, I'm doing alright. And you get an Angelic Grove for saving both the villages. Which is exactly why we wanted to do that. Obviously, again, if you let the villages burn, that chapter isn't nearly as hard, honestly. There's nothing stopping you from choking the bridge, letting them come to you for a little bit. But you do have to weigh the risk of losing that reward, which you almost certainly will if you're not blitzing at least the first section of the map. Which I think is neat. It gives you incentive to not turtle. It makes you want to move fast so that you can get all the rewards. Not to mention that the village itself is a Draco shield. So there's 2 good rewards, really, that you'd be passing up by not stopping that first pirate. I digress, though. The map is over. It's been over for some time. And with that, I am going to bring this to a close. So thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to leave a like and or a comment. And I will catch you guys next time. Till then, peace.